good babes? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I hope you subscribe and join my beautiful family. And to all my day ones, welcome back, child. Thank you so much for showing your love and support. I really do appreciate it. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me. I should have done this a long time ago, but I was very skeptical and decisive. I'm excited to be doing this get ready with me with you guys. So I hope you're just as excited. Subscribe if you haven't. Give this video a thumbs up and let's get to the chit chat. I'm gonna kill that fly. So I'm not gonna mention the products that I'm gonna use in this video because this video is mainly me ranting and not doing a tutorial. But I am going to be doing full tutorials on my Instagram, so follow me on Instagram so that you don't miss any of the tutorials if you want to watch them. I wanted to come on video and reflect on 2020 and share with you guys what I learned and what I want to do for the new year. But I don't know what happened. I felt discouraged, but now I feel like I want to do it. I don't think it's late. I'm going to start with reflecting on last year, which is 2020. Everybody knows that 2020 was a year. I'm just going to put it like that. It was a gap year. Everyone had their own challenges which were related to the pandemic. I personally had my own challenges, and I'm going to share some of them here onto my channel so that you can get a piece of me. So in the beginning of last year, I was supposed to be repeating my third year and doing two last modules that I had failed in 2019. So I then went to varsity to register, and then only to find out that I wasn't going to be able to register because I didn't basically pay my tuition for 2019. I didn't know that because I wasn't handling my finances. It wasn't me, it was my dad who was paying for my tuition. So what had happened is he basically couldn't pay anymore. So I didn't know that that was the case because my focus was just to study and finish my degree. So in return, I had to drop out of school because I didn't even apply for funding or anything like that. Therefore, I had to drop out. I was in a bit of a sad moment. Yeah, I can put it like that. I don't want to say I was depressed, but I was very sad because I really loved studying. I really loved going to school. I wanted to finish my degree regardless of what's gonna happen. But I found myself having to drop out. Therefore, I was sad, and being at home the entire time, doing the same thing every day, doing basically nothing every day, killed me. Even before that, I was sad. Like most of December 2019, maybe not October, November, December was sad because I was pregnant. I was very nervous. I was very anxious about being pregnant, and most of the time I had negative thoughts. So I was always sad. The sadness just kept escalating. I couldn't sleep at night. I couldn't eat. The only thing I wanted to do was sleep. That's all I wanted to do. I always wanted to sleep. So, and then in March, I gave birth to my child. I think it was on the 23rd of March, and then on the 23rd, I think that's when the president announced that we need to stay at home. The country's gonna be in lockdown and stuff like that. That was kind of a blessing in disguise for me because that gave me time to really be in the moment and have my baby. even though I had her under very difficult circumstances. I felt that even though the country was in lockdown and we couldn't go anywhere, it was a blessing in disguise because then I was able to focus solely on my newborn baby and being a mom and being the best mom I can possibly be. And even though I was still sad, it was very hard being a mom under lockdown because you are always in the house. Even after 10 days, you know, in black culture, you have to be in the house with your baby, not go anywhere, not let anybody see your child for 10 days. My parents said I should wait for 3 whole months. So nobody saw my child. I could not go out for 3 months. The only place I went to was literally to the clinic and back, and I didn't even spend more than an hour in the clinic. After 10 days, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna stay in bed anymore. I'm sorry, mom. Like, I can't be in bed. I'm not the type to just sit and do nothing. So, whenever my baby slept, I would sit in front of the camera and then film a video. To me, that was very surprising because before that, I wasn't even consistent on my channel. But I found myself sitting in front of the camera and doing my makeup. But I guess looking back now, it was a form of therapy for me because I felt like I need to do the things that I love. It hit me hard having a baby. I was under, I guess, postpartum depression. Like every other mother would know how they feel about having a baby and having to come to terms with the fact that your body changes, your mentality changes. It changed for the better, I won't lie. Like it made me grow as a person, I won't lie. Like I have a different perspective of life now, things that I didn't realize before I had a baby. Another thing that happened to me last year, well, it started in 2019, hence I'm like, my depression started in um October. I have 3 cousins whom I really looked up to because of the different challenges they had in life and how they were able to turn their lives around even though they had these challenges. So I got to find out that they were not on my side. They were actually my enemies, and that really hurt me because I really looked up to them because I saw them as my sisters more than my cousins. All of them are older than me. When I found out that they were actually not on my side, it really hurt me because we were close. And after the whole drama of me finding out what they did, they started being distant to me, which really confirmed that, wow, so they really did this. Because I didn't want to believe. They were family, they were my blood. I really looked up to them. It hurt me a lot, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So now they I no longer see them. I no longer see them. We don't communicate, which really hurt me in the beginning. But now I'm like, you know what? They were negative. They were really negative people, and they didn't really want to see me blossom. I lost some relationships last year, relationships that I really cherished because I thought they were building me as a person, only to know that these people were actually plotting behind my back. So in the process, I also managed to mend other relationships. For instance, me and my family were not really close last year. We were not last year, the year before. Everybody just did their own thing. We all lived under one roof, but everybody just did their own thing. You know, when they say a baby will really change things around, my baby did. Like now we're close, we're able to discuss things as a family, do things as a family, put each other first as a family. So I'm really happy that now we have gotten really close because now we have a very strong bond that no one, absolutely no one, can break. That really taught me that family is very important. It's very important to be with your family because they're your biggest support. Just like everyone else, I did have resolutions last year for 2020. When 2020 started, I didn't really do like a vision board or anything like that, but I had in mind what I wanted to do. And my biggest goal was really to finish my degree and not just pass. I just want, because I'm generally a good student, like I really do get good marks, but I really wanted to push myself because it was going to be the last lap for me last year. So I wanted to make sure that I passed well. But obviously, I couldn't go back to school. I just told myself that I am still gonna finish my degree, even though it's not gonna be anytime soon, but I am. And no one else will pay that tuition or pay that loan except for me. So I guess the question now is, what's my plan for 2021? Well, my plan for this year is my plan for this year is to start paying my loan, my student loan. It's time for me to pay it. I've come to the realization that ain't nobody else is gonna pay it besides me. So I'm the one who's gonna have to pay it because I'm the one who studied, you know. Because at first I told myself like, because I'm not working, I'm a student, and my dad is handling my finances, I don't have to worry about paying my student loan. So now, what's the plan? The plan is to pay for it. And how am I gonna do that? I'm probably gonna have to find a job. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a long road. It's gonna be a long road. I'm gonna pay for the longest time, but it's better to start now than to start later, you know? Because I feel like if I start now, then by the time I'm done, I can be able to maybe save money towards something else, like getting a car or maybe getting my first house or things like that. So, you know, I have to be on top of things, and nobody else is gonna do that besides me. If I don't do this for myself, no one else will do this for me because I have a child now. I also have to start planning the future for my child. Because the last thing I want is for her to struggle to get through varsity because of financial constraints. I don't want her to go through what I went through, you know, because things that we can really avoid or try to work around, you know. When it comes to my studies, I don't know. I don't know when am I gonna go back to varsity again. But I do wanna go back to varsity and finish my degree because I'm not somebody who's not gonna have an incomplete degree under my name. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Um, I'm gonna go back to varsity. I don't know when to finish my degree. Another thing I plan on doing is continue to raise my child as best as I can. I mean, I think I'm handling that well. I don't think so. I know so. I know that I'm handling that well. I I get a lot of compliments from people on social media and in life in general about how well I'm raising my child. You know, there was a woman the other day at the clinic. She was very old. So normally we sit as moms at the clinic and just talk about random stuff. But that woman came to me as I was leaving and she was like, you know, you can see when a child is being raised well. You can see a happy child. You can see when, you know, a baby is raised well. And I can see that too. And I can tell that you're very young. Um, and I just want to say, you're doing a very good job. I didn't know what to say. I was very humbled by what she said because it came from somebody who was very old. She is experienced. She knows how to take care of children and stuff like that. And when I got a compliment from her, and it actually motivated me to keep on doing what I'm doing because clearly I'm doing it well. If somebody who is as old as her can see that, that means I'm doing something right. Of course, it's not just me. I'm very grateful for the kind of family I have that supports me and helps me raise my baby. I'm planning on keeping on. taking care of a child, you know. I remember last year I used to dismiss my emotions so much. I just didn't want to feel sad. I always wanted to be happy. But this year I've learned to let myself feel the pain and go through the emotions in order for me to heal. Because I realized that I often don't heal. I often don't heal because I just dismiss my emotions. So I've learned to be kind to myself, take care of myself mentally, take care of myself physically, to be able to take care of my child as well. I have to start internally, and then I'll move on externally, and then I'll reciprocate the same thing to my child. I've also learned to switch off whenever I feel like I'm overwhelmed. I don't deal well with too many opinions. So, for instance, if I feel overwhelmed by social media, for instance, I will go off social media for like maybe a week just to reboot and to find myself again. I find that that helps quite a lot, and I do recommend it to people who love social media, you know, in general. If you feel like things are too much for you, it's very important to just switch off and reboot and find your purpose again, because a lot of things that are on social media are very curated. People show you things they want you to see. No one will come on social media and share about their sadness all the time, or things that they go through that make them sad all the time, because honestly, we are all here on social media to pretend to be like we are happy, and that's not the case. We're not. We are human beings. We go through it a lot. I've learned to just switch off. Also, learn to keep people who are negative at arm's length. You know, just to keep them away from me, just for my sanity, for my well-being, and for my happiness. You know, all the negative things are not allowed in my life, because nothing negative will help me grow. You know, if it's a challenge, I accept it. But if it's toxic, I don't want it. And that's on period. I spend time with my family quite a bit, you know, because that's another aspect of my life I want to constantly work on, you know, because they keep me humble, they keep me sane. So I used to stay with my grandmother when I was in primary and until grade 11. So I visited quite a lot to spend some time with her. She's old and she's very fragile now. But yeah, I've learned to also keep away from negativity and just eradicate all things that constantly make me sad, constantly make me feel like I'm worthless, you know? And I've been doing a very good job of it, you know, with regards to taking care of myself internally. It has really helped me a lot. I'm in a very good space right now, taking things easy and not committing to a lot of things as well, you know, not feeling like I have to be superwoman and, you know, do everything all at once, you know. I've learned to be gentle to myself and be kind to myself as well, because I feel like that's very important. This is something that I want you guys to understand, you know. If you are considering having a YouTube channel or opening a YouTube channel for yourself, and you're like, I don't have equipment, you know, I don't have a camera, I don't have the best lighting, I don't have anything, just start, you know. I think I started my channel 2 years ago, but I never really posted anything because I was like, I'll wait until I have a new camera. I'll wait until I have a new laptop. I'll wait until I have something, you know? And because we always want to be perfect. Do what you can with what you have. I'm doing what I can with what I have. I don't have the best phone. I don't have the best equipment, but I do what I can with what I have. And you don't have to have money in order for you to start a channel. That's what I learned last year, that just do it. If you want to do whatever in life, just do it. Just use the little that you have, and you'll see as time goes by, you grow. and you will be able to buy the camera that you always wanted. One thing that I've also learned is to be on top of things. Be on top of things, whether big or small. It can be answering your emails, your texts, doing your laundry, cleaning the house, doing the dishes, things like that. Whether big or small, be on top of things, manage things. Because for instance, if say you want to wash your laundry, for instance, and that laundry keeps piling up, one moment you're gonna find yourself spending a lot of time doing that laundry because you let it pile up. But if as soon as you see that there's enough bunch of clothes to wash, start washing them. Don't let that pile build up, because you end up spending a lot of time on it and wasting time, whereas you could be using some of that time to do other things that could help you be productive. So I am on top of things, I won't lie. Like, I even set a schedule on my phone for the day. If I know that I have stuff to do, I just set a schedule and I follow that schedule, and I find that I'm on top of things. Things are running smoothly because I manage to keep up with things and do things when they need to be done. Um, Wasting time will only make you unproductive, and by the time you want to finally do the thing, or you have to now, you have no choice, you find yourself being cluttered with a lot of work. So be on top of things, whether big or small, just be on top of things, child. Be on top of things. The last thing that I want to say, I think I posted this on my Instagram the other day, and I was like, there is no perfect time for anything. There is no perfect time. You create that perfect time. There is no perfect time for you to film. I've always um, stopped filming because I felt like the lighting was not better, or my makeup did not look better, or my audio did not sound well, or things like that. There are a lot of videos that I didn't post last year and the year before because I felt like they were not perfect. But sometimes you have to do with what you can. Sometimes there is no perfect time for anything. If you want to do something and you feel like you are indecisive, do it now. Otherwise, you're gonna waste your time. Before you know it, the year will be over, and you'll say, "I didn't get to do this because I kept on wasting time." So do things now. If you want to wait for the perfect time, create that perfect time. So yeah, those are the things that I wanted to share with you guys, that I feel like I have implemented in my life based on what I experienced a couple of months or even years ago. I'm not in a perfect state of mind, but I feel much better than I did a couple of years ago, or a couple of months ago. And I feel like it's still a work in progress, but I'm happy with the progress I made thus far. Um, and I'm not saying I'm working towards the perfect life, but I'm working towards something. So I'm very happy of the progress I made. And if perhaps you find yourself in a very difficult situation, it can be anything. Let yourself go through that and take it as a lesson, take it as a challenge, and before you know it, you'll be laughing over the things that happened to you a couple of months or even years ago, and you'll be brave enough to tell somebody a story about it, because it might help somebody else out there. So yeah, I'm gonna go off camera and then I'll be back to close off this video. And this is the finished look, you guys. I honestly do love how it came out. Like, I look really good. I need to go out right now. I really love the makeup, the hair. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Let's engage in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of my makeup. Share your thoughts, share your goals, share whatever you want to share in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.